Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melanie and I make videos about living in Copenhagen. Today is the 1st of December, the first day of Advent and the first day of winter here, and I've been sat at home. It's a really gloomy day, just doing a little bit of work, and I got an alert from the Smittestop app, which is the track and trace app that we have here in Denmark. Now, some people don't really think it's very accurate. You know, there's lots of stories about it, and whatever you think about it, I actually have it on my phone, and I got an alert today to say that I'd been in close contact with somebody who tested positive for COVID, and they recommend that you go and get a test. So it's really easy. You get this alert, you click, it takes you right through, it gives you all the instructions about what you need to do, and it clicks through to the appointment kind of interface where you can book your appointment. You choose, you can see where the latest appointments are, like the soonest that are coming for you, and you can choose which centre you want to go to. And then once you've selected that, it's a bit like booking a hairdressing appointment. You just kind of go through and you pick your time. So I got that alert at lunchtime today, and my appointment is lunchtime 1:15 tomorrow on Wednesday the 2nd of December. As I say, it's all really straightforward. It tells you that you don't need to self-isolate while you're waiting for the test or whilst you're waiting for the test results. But when I go there, I must get there close to the time. I must wear my face mask, stand back from people. And obviously they're going to give you more instructions as you go through the process. But so far, so good. It's been really, really simple. I've only had to wait just around 24 hours before I could get a test. And as I say, this was the soonest that I could get it. I live close to the airport and I'm going to the airport test centre. But when you look at the choices that you have, you can pick the one that has the sooner appointment that is easiest for you to get to. So if you have a car, you could drive to one. I know somebody who drove to Roskilde to a test centre there and was able to go there and get their test a little sooner. I don't know how long I'm going to have to wait for the results, but I thought that I would do this little introduction just to tell you what's happening here. As you can see, I have no symptoms. When I go out and about, I stand back from people. I'm really good with my personal hygiene and with my hands, and I always wear a mask. So although the app knows that I've been close to somebody that's tested positive, it doesn't know what precautions I'm taking. So I'm fairly confident, touch wood, something that's wood nearby, touch wood, that I don't have it. As I say, no symptoms or anything like that. So that's what's happening, and I'm going to take you along with me tomorrow. I'm not sure how much I can film, but I'm certainly going to talk about the process, how I found it and how it all worked. And I'm sure that for people living here in Denmark, that's going to be fairly useful, because I think the rates are going up and inevitably, you know, we are going to see more people needing tests and needing to know what to do. So I'll post up all the links down below this video, what you need to do, how you need to go forward with this, and also what my experiences are like. So next time you see me, I won't be in my bedroom. I will be going up to the test centre and at the test centre tomorrow. So until tomorrow, bye for now. Hi, it is the next day after I made that little bit of video yesterday about the Smittestop. It's the 2nd of December today, and I'm down on the beach just watching. You can see behind me the sun has already risen, and it's really cold down here, but it's really nice and refreshing. I just thought I'd take this opportunity because yesterday there was a press conference with the government here talking about some new restrictions. Now, I will put a link down below that outlines all the restrictions. Now, it's not enormous things that are changing, just reduction of groups that can gather together, classes in schools can't mix. There's a few different things there, so do check that out below so you can keep up to date with it. But one of the major things that they've announced is that because there's been a rise, I mean, there was 1,500 new cases yesterday on the 1st of December, and a lot of those are in the 15 to 25-year-old age group. And so they're doing, in the Copenhagen area, in the greater Copenhagen area, they are going to be doing mass testing for all young people between the ages of 15 and 25. So that's 200,000 tests. And they're bringing in some mobile units to do this, and it's going to be starting very soon. I think, I don't know, I think it's maybe starting this week. But again, you can see the details below. So that's quite a major thing. And one of the reasons why they're doing that is because they don't want people not to be able to celebrate Christmas together, and obviously older people are very vulnerable, and it's young people who seem to be testing positive more. So it's basically mitigating risk of people being together. So that's the kind of the big news, the big update, I guess, which is a little bit different from other countries. As I say, there are other restrictions there, but schools are still open, work from home if you can. Shops are still open, but there are longer opening hours so that Christmas shopping can be done without crowds. So that's the update today. I'm going to go home. I've got a couple of calls this morning for my work and a little bit of things that I need to do. I'm also going to edit another video which isn't about COVID, which will be up later in the week. And around probably, I don't know, 12:30ish, I'm going to be heading off to the test centre to get my COVID test today. Still, I don't have any symptoms, so I really do think, as a lot of people who've had these Smittestop alerts, I don't think I'm going to come back positive. I cancelled my physio appointment today. Now, it does say that I don't have to self-isolate and I can just carry on as normal, but I thought I would check with my physio how they felt about it while I was waiting to get the test and the results, and they preferred that I didn't have the appointment today. So I cancelled that. I have a new one next week, so that's not a problem. Now, I just want to be cautious. Like I say, I'm pretty confident I don't have COVID, but I wouldn't want to be taking unnecessary risks on other people's health. So that's what I'm doing today, and I'm going to enjoy a bit more of this beautiful sea behind me before I freeze my hands off, and I will see you on the way to the airport later on. Right, here I am. I've arrived at the airport. You can see behind me, that's the test centre where I'm going. I've got here pretty early. I'm not to go and join the queue until close to my appointment time, which is 1:15. Now, I'm not sure, looking at the queue down there, which you can see, queue down there, I think that I will probably get there maybe about 5 past and see how I get on. I don't know what's too early and what's too late, but yeah, I'm here at the airport. I'm going to go and find somewhere quiet to sit down just for a little while, away from people, and then I'm going to go down there. If I'm honest, I'm a little bit apprehensive. I don't like having things stuck down the back of my throat, but over the last few years I've had quite a lot of medical things done, one of which was having a colonoscopy where they put a camera up your bum, and also having my stomach pumped where they put tubes down your throat, up your nose and down the back of your throat. And in the league table of horrible procedures, I think those two are pretty high up, and I think having a swab put down the back of my throat just for a few seconds is probably not going to be that bad. But I'm going to go down and see how I get on. So let's go. Now, as well as the public COVID test place that I'm going to, where you can go if you've just arrived into the airport, or if you hold a yellow card like I do, there is also a paid for test centre that you can go to here. As you can see, it says instant test results after 15 minutes. The test is an antigen test and it costs £300. Right, well, I'm back from my COVID test. I wasn't able to film there, so I thought I might as well just tell you what it was all about once I got home and I was in the warm and not in the wind there. So they tell you to arrive not too close to your appointment. So I joined the queue at around 1 o'clock. My appointment was at 1:15, and you queue down the street, and then there's a zigzag kind of queuing system outside. Then you go into these white tents and you wait until you're told to come through. You have your yellow card ready. She asks you if you have an appointment. If you say you do, she tells you which lane to go to. Otherwise, she tells you the other lane. So there were some people who just arrived from some holiday destinations or I don't know where. So they went into some different lanes. And then again, you've got like a zigzag thing inside where you queue up, and then you wait to be asked to come into one of the porter cabins, which is where the tests are. She says you must wait for a proper personnel person to call you in, a medical person. They call you in, they're in a booth, they beep your yellow card, and then you go in. And it was literally, the test itself was over in seconds. It's in the throat. So what she does is she asks you to swallow so you don't have any extra saliva in your mouth. You poke out your tongue and go, ah. She pushes it down with like the thick lolly stick type thing, puts the swab in the back of your throat and pulls it out again. And then she says, that's it. And I was a bit, oh, is that it? That was over very quickly. And they say that it's about 48 hours before you get your, well, maximum of 48 hours before you get your results back. And you have to visit the sunhel.dk website, which I'll put the links to below. But they tell you what to do when you're in there. If you haven't heard back within 48 hours, after 48 hours, then you might have to go and have a second test done. But obviously you follow all the instructions that you're given in there and also on the websites, and you can read it in English as well. So it was really straightforward. I was, you know, in and out very, very quickly. But the thing that really frustrates me, and it is the story of my life when it comes to queues. I hate queuing. Everyone hates queuing, I'm sure. I don't think there's anyone that goes, oh, look, a big queue, I'm excited. When I finished, I went back into the airport to quickly go to the loo, and then on my way out, I looked out the window and there was no queue whatsoever outside the white tent. So yeah, it depends what time you go, but I just heard from a friend who also had been told that she'd been in contact with somebody who tested positive, and she went on to book an appointment. It was just an hour or so ago she went on, and the first appointment she could get was tomorrow night. And then while we were talking, I had a quick look at the times that were available, and it looks like certainly at the airport, testing starts around 6 a.m. in the morning and goes on until midnight. So they are having much, much longer hours in which you can get tested. So she's getting hers done tomorrow, and hopefully both of us will come back negative and life can go on as usual. But that is the summary of today. The message I would give is it was efficient, it was very clean, and it was over very, very quickly and wasn't difficult at all. They ask if it's your first time. Perhaps they're a little bit more vigorous if it's not your first time. I also popped back into the airport and had a look. That sort of poster thing I showed you earlier on, where you could get tested for 300 crowns, and I went and asked about that. And that's one where they go up your nose, and I asked her how far up your nose you go. They go, and she said until we reach resistance. Didn't really sound like something that I needed to have done unnecessarily just to get a faster result, but you do get your result in 15 minutes from that one. So if it is that you're self-employed or you want to get back to work, or you're worried for whatever reason, you can get it done faster there if you pay for it. But yep, that was it. Now the next time I'm going to come on the video here, I'm going to tell you whether I'm negative or positive. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it will be negative. If it comes back positive, well, you know, that's life at the moment. And I will just talk you through what the next stages are. And actually, I'll probably talk you through those stages anyway when I come back, just to let you know what the results are. Now, hopefully, it is, what time is it at the moment? It's about 3 o'clock on Wednesday. Hopefully I'll be able to talk to you again around this time tomorrow with a result, but if not, it will be Friday, and then I will share the video straight away. So a lot of me talking on this, a little bit of footage at the airport, but until tomorrow or the day after, I will see you then. Anyway, this is just the end of the video. I just thought I would pop in and give you the results of my test. As you can see from my face, I'm smiling, which means that the test came back negative, which is really does delight me. When you get it back, it says that it's not proven, and I double checked what that means, and that means that it's negative. But it does say, to be clear, that it means that when you were tested, you did not have COVID, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have it now. So if I've been in contact with somebody who finds out that they have COVID now, so for example somebody in my household, then I would obviously need to be tested again. But currently, from the test I had yesterday, I am negative, so I can carry on and I don't have to self-isolate or do anything like that, but just keep vigilant and carry on wearing my mask, standing back from people, and all the normal precautions. So that's great news, and what a great process. Literally 48 hours, 2 days since I got the alert, I have now had my results back. So I think that that's a, Denmark for the win on that one. So that's great. Anyway, until next time, and I've got some more videos coming up later in the week, more Christmassy ones and some more jolly content. So do subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and you can obviously hear more about COVID in Denmark when I make those videos, but also some happier things about Christmas. So until next time, bye for now.